Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my Valentine's Day look. I know that it's a little early, but I'd rather do it now than on Valentine's because I don't know my Valentine's Day plans at all. So, I'm going to get my ring on. I have to wear a men's ring right now. So I'm going to focus more on pinks and reds and my skin tone. Then browns and bronzing today. But I will be doing that later. Because I also have a travel makeup that I'm going to be doing too. So, first to start off with, I'm going into my Spoolie and Precision shader. I want to take my glasses off. I'm going into the L'Oreal La Palette Nude. I'm going into the 5th shade, which is the shade I usually use for my brows. And this is nice because I don't have to use a broken mirror. Got that. I keep itchy face. My face is so itchy because I exfoliated it last night. My face always gets itchy after exfoliating for like a couple of days. Now I'm going to take the spoolie part, I'm going to brush my brow hairs up. Like that. I think I got this one and one more. And then I'm going to take it across to blend it out. And I will be fixing it. I don't like really correcting my brows that much because I also use eyeshadow primer and I don't like them mixing together. So now I'm going to do the other side. I found out waiting to brush my brows up helps me diffuse the color better. So again, brushing my brow hairs up. And then diffusing the color. And then I think I'm going to use this brush here to clean up my brows, because then I can get more precise. But first, I'm going to use my eyelash and brow wand and my sticky serum primer from the Night Before Christmas collection. This is the only gripping sticky primer that I have. The reason I'm putting my eyelash glue, my eyebrow glue type thing on first is so when I do the concealing, it don't mess up the concealer. That's all that's about. And since this is a primer I'm using as eyebrow glue or eyebrow gel, whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to worry too much about, well, I am for the concealer, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I still need more makeup wipes. Keep forgetting about makeup wipes. So while that is drying, I'm just going to take, I have a small orange stick. I'm going to take the flat part and just go around my brows so I can get all that glue. I don't see us going anywhere today. So everything don't have to be perfect. This is just so that it doesn't mess up the concealer. Alright. So really quickly, the concealer I'm going to is in the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer in the shade Fair. So I'm going to take it on the back of my hand. Looks like a nice concealer. It has a nice flimsy applicator, so I know I can get into the inner corner just fine. Like I said, I'm going to use my eyebrow duo brush to clean up my brows, because this will be better because I can be really precise with it. So first I'm going to do the underneath. So I'm just going to slowly follow my brow shape. Do the same thing on the top. and then fill in the front. Like I said, I could be really precise with it. So this is a nice brush to do that with. Since I don't use the angled brush for actually applying the brow product anymore. I use my precision one, so. So far it's not irritating my skin. It seems like it claims full coverage. Like when I'm correcting my brows, I don't see anything underneath. Then fill in the front. That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't see any of the skin poking through underneath. My chin's really itchy. Like I said, I exfoliated yesterday. So. Now it also says all day wear. I'm definitely doing an all day wear test with both of these new products. I'm gonna let that all dry. And I'm going to take my concealer brush and kind of blend that concealer out a little bit. Nice concealer brush. That is definitely a nice shade match for me too. It's like blending into my skin, which means it's a nice shade match. Alright, now, really quickly, I'm going into my Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to put that much on for now. And if I need any more, I'll put more. Which most of the time, I don't need more. Except on my left eye. Because I'll blend my right eye out, put a little bit of what's left on the brush on my left eye, and then I need like a smidge more. And all my makeup's going back in my box. Do you guys like being this far away? I like being this far away because then you can really see what I'm doing, but it's hard to hear me. Luckily, I'm on my phone, and my speakers are like top notch on my phone. So, yay. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry for like 30 seconds, and then we'll go into the shimmer, which is only gonna be a pink shimmer today. I don't want anything to get... It doesn't crease or anything, it just ends up being hard to get off if I don't let it dry all the way. And B, I had some like cakiness on the edges. Alright, everything's good. Now I'm going into the 10th shade, which is like a pinky brown shimmer shade. I'm using my Moda angle shader. I was using the one from my new set that I got for Christmas, but look, 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 look. It doesn't really show pinky on the eyes. It just shows the shimmer part, which is fine by me. I love the shimmer part. And I will be putting shimmer on my eyes, on my eye look as well. Shimmer is so hard to get off. So I gotta like really wash my face tonight. And I'm gonna try and keep the brow bone where I naturally would put the eye enhancer shadow, free of eyeshadow besides the shimmer, so that it can pop through, since I don't have a pink shimmer shade out of that. Alright, so I'm going to be going back and forth between two palettes. Or three to do the pink. So I'm going into the L'Oreal, the Ballerine palette, and the Paranova palette. So, really quickly, let's do the crease and really work on leaving the brow bone free of eyeshadow. I'm going into the third shade in the L'Oreal palette, because this is like a rosy brown and it's a great transition. I do have a blending brush too, so if it gets too much, I can blend shadow away. I love this palette. For the past few days, my nose has been watering, like running. And I don't know why, because I'm not sick. And if I am, I'm like in the early stages. And like I said, I do have my blending brush, so I'm just gonna blend after each shade to really make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm going into circular motion. Make sure there's no harsh lines. And everything is blended, looking uniform, looking flawless. But yeah, that shade's really nice. I do love that shade. Now I'm going into this peachy pink in the Ballerine palette using my crease brush. Should have just used 2 different crease brushes, but gotta work with what we got. And the other one has a ton of eyeshadow on it. Wow. That's like overpowering. That rosy shade. So I definitely gotta blend that. And plus, no harsh lines are allowed. And we're gonna make like this smoky eye look with a Valentine's Day look. So it's gonna be more pinky. Not anything. But it's fine. Going back into my blending brush to really focus on blending that shade out. I'm doing circular motions back and forth. And the reason I'm working on blending is so that everything's all uniform and there's no harsh lines. And it's not something I wouldn't wear. Because yes, this is a Valentine's Day look. It has more color. But I want something that I would still want to wear. So anything so I'm going to put that blending brush back. And my tampered blending brush, wherever that thing went. What I need next. Okay. My tampered blending will be easier for the outer corner. What do you think you're doing up there? So now I'm going into my Paranova. I'm going into this darker pink to the outer corner. I'm going to use my detailed brush. I'm going to clean all these brushes. Like I said, this is going to be more Valentine's. So you're going to see a lot more pinks, a lot more reds in today's look. So again, taking my tampered blending, going back and forth in the crease to blend that into the look. It just makes it softer. And then blending out the outer corner. Again, it just makes it softer. And since I really can't I can't do colored eyeliner. It's just not my thing. I am going to do a brown eyeliner with eyeshadow. I'm just glad I don't wear this eyeshadow on a daily basis. Wait, I needed that still. I need to find a way to clean up the under eye. God made fingers for a reason. And thumbs. Ugh. Alright. Now, I'm going back into the Paranova. I'm going into this pinky shade. It's a shimmery shade. I guess it's more red. Pinky red, whatever. And I'm putting that on the inner corner, and I'm using my finger. And my finger just made it like more pigmented. I'm so glad I'm actually like completely washing, like finding a way to wash my eyes today when I go to wash my face after at the end of the day when I go to get a bath. I can really use a good cleaning under there. And I'm doing that at night now, so I can get the eye cream from the day and night, or the night before and the day off, so I don't get any crusties. And here is the final eye look without eyeliner. Now I'm going to take my bent eyeliner brush. I'm going to go into the 6th shade in the L'Oreal palette. And I'm going to do some eyeliner. It's going to be more natural. Yeah, it's going to be more natural, but it honestly works. Because this look is more Valentines inspired. So you want more of those rosy, pink, red shades. That, and I'm not too worried about eyeliner for this look. So I want something more natural. I want something more subtle. I want something like what I got. That, and it's a nice way of to use this palette up. a nice way of using this color up. Using it for different purposes. Like for instance, eyeliner. There we go. I'm gonna have to reorganize that. Okay. For the most part, eyes are done. Like, look at that eyeliner. Now, let's move on to face. I have two primers I'm going into. The first one is the Sticky Serum Primer, which I ended up finding out is very, very sticky. I'm going to put some down here on my neck as well. Just a little bit on my neck. So I gotta really watch my hair. You guys, this stuff is very sticky. Stickier than the Power Grip. But it works, and I feel like it's eating through my skincare. I don't know if it is or if it's just me. It's just me. Very sticky primer. Why does my nose itch so bad? Between my nose itching and running. I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And up here itches. I don't know if I got bit by something or if it's where I, exfoliated last night. Now I'm going into my Fahara Smooth Focus Face Primer. This is what I got from Ipsy. I am telling you, that is going to get annoying after a while. So I'm just rubbing it in between my fingers to kind of warm it up. And then apply it. Very sticky. It's that gripping primer that's sticky. But that just means this is really going to help. And that foundation's supposed to blur the look of pores too. I'm going to do an all-day wear test. If I end up taking a nap, I'm going to try not to lay on my face. I try not to take a nap with makeup on. But sometimes I can't help it, especially if I turn declutters on. I'm not kidding. If I turn declutters on, I'm out. And I will definitely keep you posted on how everything's wearing. I'll do a post every few hours, like at the 3-hour mark. into about 10. Alright, so where I'm letting dust set. I got a damp beauty blender here. It's still damp from yesterday, like, come on. Alright. So the only cream product I'm using is this lip and cheek color in Shock Value from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. Okay, yeah. So I got that there and there. Here it is. So I have the e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush. Yes, I was supposed to get rid of it, but I decided not to. So I'm putting my blush here on my cheeks. But in inspiration of Valentine's Day and like the red and pink going on, because red and pink usually means love. I'm gonna do a little extra today, and this just adds to my redness on my face. I'm going to put a dot here and a dot here. Oh, side actually. And blend it. I'm gonna blend it up. And I will be blending this very well too. So any of the places that it looks too dark or too heavy, it's not gonna end up staying that way. So I'm blending it 3 different ways. So this is just getting the majority of it. Then I'm going to take a stipple brush like this that I am going to get rid of after I get my Expert Edge face brush. So I'm going to pounce that into the skin very well. And this also gets rid of any harsh lines. Like, look, it picks up any product, so any harsh lines. Like, I see a harsh line here. Sometimes I can see harsh lines. Alright. And that's all the harsh lines. Now I'm going to take my beauty sponge and finish the job. so I don't look too dark. There. Alright. Now, new foundation time. So I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. It's the matte version, and I have the shade Porcelain, which is the only shade that would have worked. Test this out. I'm only gonna do a little bit on my cheek here, like that. Because it's supposed to be matte, and I don't want it drying on me. Wow. That is extremely First of all, this is a perfect shade for me. Perfect shade match for me. It says buildable coverage. Just a little bit that I used. It's nice. Definitely first impression. I love it. Or not love it, but I like it. Now I can end up loving it as I use it. But first impression, this is a nice foundation. Definitely matte. Like, blended into my skin effortlessly. I don't know about buildable. But it's nice. It is matte. So, honestly, this would probably be a good foundation to put on my nose, since it's a matte formula. I don't know about it drying fast, because matte foundations are supposed to dry fast so they can stay. I didn't even touch that. Not drying super quick. But hey, that's okay, because that just means that we have time to blend it. I have time to blend it and stuff. It's definitely your skin but better type foundation. This is a very good one. I like the applicator. I feel like the applicator is easy to use. This would be a good foundation to travel with. Like, I have nothing but good things to say about this foundation. Now, the buildable, I don't know. Buildable coverage without getting cakey, I don't know about. We will definitely test that out too. Because why not? And I am also thinking about doing a series after the wedding and after the honeymoon, to where I just try a bunch of things from different drugstore brands at Ulta I got that at Walmart, but honestly, Ulta doesn't seem like a bad option either. Now this is nice with a brush. Now I want to see it with a sponge after I get it all over my face. So I'm going to build the coverage up, but I'm going to use a sponge to blend it out with and see what we get. I forgot to shake it. Three lines. But yeah, this seems nice. So now, this is definitely buildable. So I'd say it's medium to full. You can definitely build it up to full. Feel like if you want to get the best coverage, a damp sponge is the way to go. I don't see this budging at all. I mean, yes, it's still kind of wet, but sometimes that happens. But honestly, with my combo skin, matte foundations are the way to go for me. I didn't even need to put it down my neck. I don't need to put it down my neck. I am though. I like this foundation. And I have so much redness on my face, not just from the blush, but from actual redness because of my AHA and PHA mask from Bubble. It's like, this is a perfect match. I did good on the matching. So which tells me that I am definitely fair. I'm very fair. Almost pale. Because there's a difference between pale and fair. I actually found out. Alright. So this is a nice foundation. I'm not gonna lie to you. It builds up upon itself. So you can definitely get a full coverage out of this. They do have a dewy option for my dry skin people. So if you're oily, I mean, you can still use this if you're dry. Definitely love this. So. It definitely does not look like I have foundation on. Because of the fact that it blends into my skin so well, and it's such a good color match. So I definitely gotta redo my brushes and everything. Okay. So now I'm going into the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. So, and then we get to try the brush too. I'm going to try this with a brush and a sponge. So, got my little concealer brush. The sponge will only be on the outer corner. I'm going to try and keep the coverage under the eye as much as I can. So. So the way you keep your coverage is you kind of stempel it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm stempling it, pressing it into the skin. This is nice. And then kind of blending the rest back. And then I'm gonna do that. I can still see some dark circles. I don't know if that's from the eyeshadow or if that's actual dark circles. So I'm not gonna complain. Because that could honestly be from the dark circles. Or the eyeshadow. Yeah, because it's all through out, and I know I don't have dark circles that much. That many. Like, the dark circles that... You know what I mean. Like, I definitely don't have dark circles all the way out to here. Like, my dark circles are mostly in the inner corner. So... It's definitely pretty. I like that. So I'm going to quickly use the sponge for the other right here. Blend it out more. It would, excuse me, works nice with a sponge and a brush. It's nice. The foundation's dried down. So I'm going to go into my Saute London brightening pink powder. And my little powder puff. So I'm going to use a sponge to get rid of any creasing that may have happened. I'm going to look up. Like running around in the inner corner like that. I don't know why it's called brightening pink when it doesn't even show up pink on your skin. But take care of any creasing that may have happened while sitting here. But either way, it looks nice. It's a nice, loose, finely milled powder. I do like this powder for under the eyes. This is the that's the only place I use it, is under the eyes. I use my Wet n Wild pressed powder for all over the face, which I'm going to use my tampered powder brush for that. This just gets into like beside the nose and everything a lot better. Then we're going to step back to the eyes, and then to finish the eyes, and then we'll be good to finish. I just love how this translucent powder blends into that powder, or into that foundation. So, this foundation is supposed to be an all-day wear as well, because it's supposed to I blurred my voice too, sorry. It's supposed to not let shine through, like oils break through. So it's essentially a shine-free formula. So yeah. I'm just, taking the extra precaution and setting it. That, and so my powder products have something to sit on. So that's just what that is about. This video was still. Alright. So now really quickly, I'm going to take this big powder brush. This is not to add more powder. This is the take away powder. The reason I put gripping primer on my neck is because I thought I was going to need it, because I thought I was going to have to put foundation down my neck. And just taking away any loose powder. The smile lines coming through, I kind of expected. My smile lines always come through. No matter if it's a matte formula, dewy formula, satin formula, they always come through. So really quickly, I'm going to do my under eyes. So I'm going to do a mixture of the 3 pinks I did. So the 3rd shade and the L'Oreal palette. This shade. And a little bit of this dark pink. Like literally I just dabbed it in. Oops. So a little bit of the L'Oreal, a little bit of the peach from the Ballerine palette, and a little bit of the dark pink. Alright. So now I'm going to take my blush brush here. And I'm going to take my blush lighter palette. I'm going to swirl the 2 together, like always. So it always ends up pink on my skin. I don't know if the purple just don't show up or what goes on there. But and again, filling it around. I don't know, the purple does show up, I guess, when it blends together. I blend it together. So I am going to be using a powder brush or something to blend that together. And then I'm going to use the sponge to kind of get it to where it's not too much on my delicate fair skin. So I'm going to use the powder brush I used to not bad. Now I'm going to take my small fan brush. I'm going to take my K Voss Blushing Beauty Luminous Blush Palette. The one that they say is a blush, which is very pigmented here. But when I used it as a blush, it wasn't very pigmented. See, it's not, when it comes to the skin, it's not very pigmented. It's straight up a highlighter, which I don't care. That's the way I'll use it. Like, the pink's coming through now. And I was gonna do lips, but I don't feel like doing lips now because I'm gonna eat and drink a lot today. But if I were to do lips, I would do my Revlon Color Stay and the Lip and Cheek color. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.